Thank you, Susan, and thank you to everyone at Poets and Writers for thinking of me in connection with this award. It's an honor to be here among so many esteemed colleagues. The first person to offer an endorsement for my work was the late Howard Frank Mosher. This was 1986, and I knew neither the man nor his work. Over time, he became one of my dearest writer friends. When my novel Nobody's Fool came out, Howard took a shine to Sully, the novel's protagonist, and in particular to his hapless sidekick, Rub. For the next 30 years, whenever I saw Howard, he asked after them as if they were real people. But for Howard's insistent pestering me for news of them, I doubt I would have written the sequel to that novel, Everybody's Fool, 23 years later. I owe a huge debt to the man, one that I can never repay. Even the most solitary writers accrue debts to agents, editors, publishers, and publicists. Some of the people that I owe the most to are in the room tonight. And, as with Howard, I will never be able to pay them back. Literary debts, like so many others, can only be paid forward. Helping emerging writers find an audience is one important way of doing that. And it's particularly important now when there aren't nearly as many opportunities for younger writers as there were when I myself was emerging, and Howard picked up a galley of my first novel and, for some reason, started reading. Nor is my commitment just private, because, as Susan said, at the moment, I do happen to be vice president of the Authors Guild, whose mission is to defend the writing life. I have had the very best of that life. And so, yes, of course, I do feel a duty. But it's not just about debts. Who owes what to whom and how much? I offer what I can to emerging authors because doing so, frankly, is fun. It's so absolutely thrilling to see what's in the pipeline, to know just how much of it there is, and also to know that the future of literature is in such good hands, especially at a time when so much of the culture is in such bad hands. The voices of today's emerging writers are wonderfully diverse, ambitious, serious, and often hilarious. They are the signal in the noise, the opposite of the clickbait that they increasingly must compete with. And not to hear their voices would be a crime. The noise, unfortunately, isn't going anywhere. Neither should the signal. Thank you so much.